All right, you guys, today's assignment is having you create an email pretending like you're interested in being my student worker. There is no student worker position. This is just for today's practice. Okay. We are focusing on email etiquette, right? There's a proper way to write an email, especially when you are trying to be a professional. So, when you are corresponding with your teachers this year. That's going to be your main way of communicating back and forth with your teachers. There are little 5 things I want you to keep in mind as you do that. So let's run through those together really quickly. The first one is use a clear subject line. So you want it to be brief, very concise, but also specific. You want it to be something where if you send me an email and I don't have time to get to it immediately, I know I can go back later and type like, ooh, homework, right? And then I can look for that. So let me show you what I mean by subject line. Sometimes you guys accidentally leave it blank or accidentally type your entire email in this. So when you compose, you are going to type who you want to type to. Okay, I'm pretending like I'm going to type to Miss Rotterman. Okay, subject line, I might say sub plan. She's my sub buddy. So if I'm ever gone, she's who would print my sub plans for me. Okay. That's what I mean by the subject line. You need to put a brief but specific thing in that subject line. So Miss Rotterman, when she sees her inbox tomorrow, right, she knows what this email is going to be about. Okay. The second thing is your email signature. So that is what is usually at the bottom of everyone's email. So usually it has a name, your title, or your position. I put what I'm currently reading. I do this because I'm part of the East Reads Committee, so it's relevant to me. If it's not relevant to you, you don't have to do that. If you look at the worksheet that's posted under the stream section today, that example has a quote. Okay, you can do whatever you want. A lot of people put their contact information, like their email address and their phone number. If you want to do that, that's appropriate. But let me show you how you can create that so it goes automatically onto all of your emails. So you don't have to type your name anymore. I don't type this every time. It automatically goes onto all of my emails. So you are going to want to come to the top right section of your email and go to the settings. Okay, so click it. To me, it looks like a little flower. I think it's supposed to be like a wrench. Okay, I'm going to say see all settings. I'll wait for it to load. Okay, move this again. Okay, you want to scroll down until you get to where it says signature. Okay. Right, and here it is. So you just type in what you want there. Again, definitely do your first and last name. Definitely do like student at Bevel East Township High School. You can use something like this. Okay, and then put a third line, whatever you want, a quote, your contact information. Okay, I make sure my font is the same as the font I have set up for my email font. You don't have to do that. But when you do come up with your default text, make sure you're using a professional font. Like most of these are professional. The only one I would kind of stay away from, well, I would stay away from the wide. That's kind of just difficult to read and kind of an eyesore. I would also stay away from the Comic Sans. That seems a little unprofessional to me, unless you're a comic book in the comic book industry, which, as far as I know, none of you are. Okay, so after you write your signature in, you will scroll to the bottom and you'll say save changes. I didn't make any changes. That's why we don't see them here. Okay, but that's how you do it. And then you should be back to your email. The third thing you're being assessed on is your professional salutation. So do not send me an email that starts like, sup, Miss App. I don't want to hear that, right? We're not vibing like that right now. So you need to be, again, professional. Okay, make me think like, oh, does that guy go to Harvard Law? Just be professional. No like sup, no hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, something like that. Okay. In your paragraphs or in your email's body. So the content of your email, what your email's about, you want to be as specific as possible. So don't say, hey, I'm confused. I'm thinking like, what are you confused about? Like, I don't know. So you want to be very specific. Like, hi, I'm so-and-so from your 4th hour English 3-4 class. I had a question about number 5 on yesterday's assignment. Okay. Be as specific as possible, especially this year. So your teachers are going to have a hard time knowing you right off the bat because we are e-learning. So you want to say who you are, what class you're in, and what hour you are. So like I teach 3 different hours of English 5-6. So if you just say I'm in your 5-6 class, that's not narrowed down enough, right? There's still 75 students. And I'm like, which Sarah are you? So again, be as specific as you can. This seems contrary, but also be concise. So don't just ramble on and on and on and on. Tell me what you need, and then I will get back to you, right? You don't want to waste someone's time. People are very busy. Okay. The final thing you're being assessed on is your grammar and organization. So you want to make sure you are proofreading your email. You want this to be professional. Okay. Make sure whenever you are doing this assignment today that you are reading at the specific task. Keep those things in mind as you create your subject line and as you write your body. Again, this is just a kind of a fake scenario, but you are really sending me an email. Okay. Make sure in that body too that you tell me what hour you're in so I can organize that and get your grades updated. Okay. Email me or Google Hangout me if you have any questions at all.